What's up, guys? We're here for That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, episode 10. I don't remember what the title of the episode was.
I don't either. Wait, was it called Orc Lord?
Orc Lord, I think?
Which
Even though he wasn't really in it.
He wasn't in it.
Spoilers. So in this episode, we have the... they were ogres?
Yeah.
Ogres
They
who
don't
are
look like
now
ogres, but
who
they're-
aren't ogres
they're
anymore. They're
Cajun?
Onai now, or Cajun, yeah.
I don't know. They change it
They
all
changed.
the time.
They're magical creatures now. So they got names.
They do.
They have names. Their appearance slightly changed, which I'm okay with the new designs for the most part.
Yeah, it's just really weird because they're like, oh, they're supposed to be stronger, but they actually look weaker. In a sense.
In a sense, they're more human.
Yeah, they're humanized.
I love the one of them's just, I don't remember what his name is, but the one that's just like a middle-aged man. He's like,
yeah. You're like, wow, you're so friendly. He was like all menacing and like intimidating before, and now he's just like, hi, my name.
Hi, my name is, I don't remember. Anyway, so you have those six characters, Benimaru being kind of the leader, the red-haired ogre that we saw, and we'll get the terminology right. I think Onai is what their evolved species is now, but... and then you have, the princess, you have a couple other of them, Kairo's the old man.
Legendary swordsman.
Kenobi, I think, is the middle-aged man. But yeah, so you have all of them evolve and kind of like comes to grips with coming part of Tempest and joining the fray with my main man Gobda, leading the charge. We have
also getting his butt handed to him in swordplay.
Yeah, true. We do have Rimuru try food for the first time,
and he can eat. He's
pretty excited. And we don't really see a fight scene between Tempest at this point. Really, it's probably towards the middle of the episode it transitions because that does take some time for them to make the decision to be part of Tempest. But then after that, it transitions to. Kind of like lizardmen scouts looking and seeing the approaching orc army, which we talked about in the last episode, that army that attacked the ogres. And I think we got to see a little bit of that flashback as well.
Which we get like, I guess a confirmation of like how many is in there. If I remember right when I wrote down, it was like 200,000 orc army, so that's pretty big. And I guess it's not how they typically operate, at least in this world. They're like typically like, oh, not very organized, but I guess they give like an explanation of that where like every like few centuries or something like that, there's an orc lord that's born and he's actually able to control the masses and formulate them to do certain things. And that's what situation they're in that happen now. So. Yeah,
and you have them also being equipped with armor and other resources. So in this episode you have that, and you have the lizardmen, which we get to visit for the first time. That race that we were speculating earlier.
They seem pretty chill.
At least the chief does.
Yeah, the son's got
some problems.
Yeah, I guess he's got a. I guess it's not so much. What would you call it? Not an ego, but I guess his ego does get built up when everybody's like, "Yeah, you can do it."
He's got a hero complex.
Yeah,
but yeah,
where have I seen that before?
Yeah, where have we seen that before? But so we have an overwhelming army going to attack the lizardmen. We still kind of have to decide what the chief wants to do to protect his people and kind of progress on what direction that goes.
Yeah, because the chieftain sent out his son and a group of lizardmen to go get aid or try to get aid from the goblin
I think
villages.
He's like started to try to get aid from.
Yeah, so we see them like seemingly on the way towards where Rimuru, like I guess little village is.
Part of the village. And we haven't really seen the power of the orc lord yet because we haven't seen him yet. We've just seen the grunts, which still interesting design. They are more pig related than traditional orcs of like Lord of the Rings kind.
Yeah, those fat lords. They're gonna get slaughtered by Rimuru.
Well,
in the future,
see.
possibly.
We'll see. Possibly, maybe.
Yeah.
So, what were your favorite parts of the episode?
I just liked seeing, more people getting into the fold. I think it's now that we got seemingly all of the main cast together, at least maybe what we'll see in the first season. I think that's, hype because then we can start moving on to more things, the conflicts. I think that was also another thing, seeing more of like what they're going to be going up against. That was really cool. And, in terms of like recent memory for anime, like Overlord had me pretty hyped for the Lizardmen. So I was like, hey, how are these Lizardmen going to be? I'm like, oh, they seem pretty cool right now. So I liked seeing that. Yeah, the
Different,
world
like
building
smaller,
more.
kind of like smaller, like more aquatic, like lizardmen than the ones in Overlord.
Yeah,
what we've seen.
They're more like Argonians.
But they do have cool armor and abilities. We don't know specifically like abilities, but they do have cool like armor and like kind of a nice leadership structure to be able to fight.
The other thing I thought that was really cool is how they make the connection, or I guess Rimuru makes the connection of the Demon Lord that he's obviously going to have some conflict with in the future. I'm pretty sure they've already set that up. But and that is with the person that we saw in the desert helping the other orc. We get a mention, like we get confirmation of that is. Do you want to say the name? Because I'm terrible.
Yeah, don't put me on the spot like that. I don't remember.
Like I know how it's spelled. It's like Gelmud or something.
Yeah,
like that.
Gelmud.
However you want to say it out there.
Yeah, so we do have their connection
Yeah.
to the Demon Lord.
Because we figure out that was the same person that named the other goblin that was already killed by the time Rimuru met up with the goblins. So I thought that was interesting that they made that note. And we don't know what his angle is, but he's been going around naming people. And
Naming them everyone.
Yeah, he's kind of like the devil where he's like, hey, you want this really cool thing? I promise it doesn't cost you your soul.
Yeah, we'll see how that fares for our famous Orc Lord out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, besides that, that's pretty much encompasses the whole episode. I really did like the team building moments in this episode, specifically between the ogres and the goblins. There's one moment where they're eating together, and then there's a couple other moments where they're specifically like playing music and like having a festival or whatever. Yeah, dancing. Yeah. I was like, oh, that's cool, man. They're they're a tribe now. They're a city.
Yeah, and I like how the older guy, sorry, I'm not going to remember his name.
Hikairo?
Yeah, Hikairo. I like how he was trying to teach them, the goblins, or at least the smaller goblins, how to defend themselves, and they're not doing so well. But they're getting there. I like the setup of that as well. Because, they've pretty much got this, the buffs, thanks to Rimuru, so they just need the skills now. So, looking forward to that building as forward. But what do you think is going to be in the future? I do not remember the next episode's name. But
yeah, no, I don't remember it either, to be honest. I think we'll probably see more of the Orc Lord, and maybe like only 2 or 3 minutes. In the speaking of Overlord, in those series there were more episodes where you don't really see the main character and the main cast of Nazarick, and I think that's kind of the direction we'll be going forward, just for the next 1 or 2 episodes. With Slime, where you have mainly just the Lizardman and the Chieftain trying to figure out and prepare for war, and maybe the Orc's perspective as well, and then maybe a couple minutes of Rimuru as they kind of like figure out what's happening there. Yeah,
because I don't think that they're gonna be clashing with the Orc army anytime, like not in the next episode, probably a couple episodes from now. But they'd be surprised. Who knows? Maybe they'll come very soon. I think that was also kind of. Not to drag this on too long, but what did you think of Rimuru's reasoning for wanting the ogres to stay around? Because he is like he's a nice guy, but his like main focus was to be like, hey, you'd be a great addition to when they maybe attack here, or if they attack.
Yeah, I think it's pretty smart because he has the unique power to power up other people. So especially with those people being like the leaders and the only like ogres left, basically for their race. So I think it was smart to do so because eventually he's going to have to deal with those people because he's taking up territory that is like unclaimed. So.
Well, and that also goes to show like how powerful they are, I guess, in a sense. Because what did they say, there was like 300 of them or something like that before their attack.
Yeah, something.
Or before they got ambushed or whatever, and now there's like 6.
Yeah.
So rest in peace, Ogre Clan. But there's a remnant that survived, and they're going to be here next week as well.
Probably.
So.
Do you want? Okay, I can do the outro. No, I did really like this episode. I think it was. It wasn't one of the best combat episodes because it didn't really have that. As far as team building, it was one. I would say it's probably my favorite non-action episode of the series. New characters are great. The comedic moments with him waking up after a long sleep is great as well. And I don't know who's best ogre girl yet. We'll have to decide.
Yeah, too early to tell.
Too early to tell.
Maybe a separate video on that.
By the end, maybe.
By the end. All right, guys. Well, that will conclude this discussion of episode 10. We'll be back for the next episode. And until then, peace, addicts.
Later.